the locals
and
they want to preserve it in the best way possible. And all these different crops that you see throughout our drive today, definitely it's a vision for the eyes. You don't see this everywhere around the country, so very nice for us. Also you see a few a very rich vegetation, because also the fact that we have this Apennine mountain range crossing, it has this soil with many minerals, so it makes it also extremely fertile. So a rich vegetation also helps to grow all of these beautiful different local products. You have many olive trees here to the left. You start to see them all over, the short ones with almost these silver colored leaves. You have the symbol of Tuscany, another of the many symbols, because this is the land of wines. It's the land of the Renaissance age, when these great artists like Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci, Raphael used to work here. It's land of poets. This is the land where Dante Alighieri was born during the time when the Italian language also started to evolve to the Italian that we speak now, from an ancient vulgar Latin, we can say, in Italian. So it's a land of movies, and one of the many symbols is also the tree, the cypress tree, this tall and thin tree that you see all over, surrounding the properties. That one is called the cypress tree, and it's an ancient, actually Etruscan tradition, planting them surrounding the houses in order to delimit a property from another. And it's not a typical tree from the Mediterranean countries, but it's coming from the area of Persia. And the Etruscans, they say, imported it here even 3,000 years ago, and it became one of the symbols here of these areas, since this is also the land, as I said, of the ancient Etruscan civilization. And also that cypress tree, by the way, whenever you see it in Italy, often in a big group, a bunch of those all together, you're often in front of a cemetery. It's an ancient Roman tradition to plant them in the cemeteries also, because there is a Greek mythology legend. As you know, the ancients, everything they couldn't explain through science, they invented a legend for everything, a myth for everything. And also this cypress tree, they say that this guy, Ciparisso, he was called in the legend, he loved to go out and play in the woods, throwing his javelin every day. And in the wood he met his best friend, a beautiful deer, and he once by mistake, throwing this javelin, he killed his best friend. And he started to cry and cry, desperate. Now we have it in front of us, the cypress tree. Candle, also cypress tree is a nickname, since it looks like a candle. And started to cry and cry and cry, desperate. And Apollo, the god of the sun, he found him crying, and he said, Ciparisso, what happened? He explained. And Apollo wanted to help him, so he said, can I do anything for you, Ciparisso? And he said, I just want to cry for the rest of my life. So he transformed him into a cypress tree, because the raisin is supposed to represent Ciparisso's tears, crying for eternity. And also, since it is so thin and tall, it's supposed to represent the connection in between earth and heaven. So they started to plant it in these cemeteries. And again, also here in Tuscany, you find it all over. So it's one of these typical trees from these areas. And the other one here, the pine tree to the right, instead, the one that looks almost like a huge big mushroom, or a broccoli head, or an open umbrella, we can say, because also it's a nickname, umbrella pine. Instead, also an ancient Roman, that is a typical tree from the Mediterranean countries. You find it in our cities often.